If you don't have enough money in your life, have you ever wondered why? You probably think it's some combination of a lack of education, job opportunities, or maybe you were born in the wrong part of town or into the wrong family. In my first video, I shared how the education system, the 1%, and the political elite have conspired to keep you poor. They have taught you to work hard in school so you can get good grades, and with good grades you can get a high-paying job so you can buy nice things. In that video, I shared how your most important resource is not money, but time. How if you trade your time for money, you will build another person's future. I shared how you need to start a business and invest your time building your dreams and your future. In today's video, I will share another secret the rich don't want you to know. This one is honestly even more destructive. They don't lie to you or hide it, but they don't educate you on what it means, and that's on purpose. This secret is hidden in plain sight. It's one that once you hear it, you will say, "Oh, I knew that." But the truth is you don't live your life by it. And it's one of the greatest reasons you continually make decisions and choices that make you poorer, or at the very least, struggle with money. Again, it's not your fault. You have spent tens of thousands of hours in the education system. I'm sure you learned how to read and write. You learned math, geography, social studies, science, and propaganda. I mean history. In the first video, I mentioned how they didn't teach you about budgeting, credit cards, debt, investing, or how to start a business. But there's another thing they neglected to teach you, and that was the true value of money. Okay, if you've made it this far, I'm about to tell you the secret to the value of money. But before I do, please subscribe to my channel, as I will be creating more great content, and hit the like button for good blessings. If I asked you how much was $100 worth, you would think one of two things. One, I'm an idiot, because even a kid knows $100 is worth $100. Or two, you might think I was giving you a trick question, because there must be some information I'm keeping from you. Because why would I ask such an easy question? The truth is, if you think $100 is worth $100, you are likely wrong. In most cases, $100 is worth either more or less than $100. But in some rare situations, it's only worth $100. And here's why. So let's say you watch my first video, but you are ignoring my advice because you think the education system is smarter than me. So you are looking for a job. What is one of the most important factors you are looking for? How much the job pays, of course. You don't want to take a job that pays so little that even after working 40 hours a week, you can't pay your bills. If you had a choice between a job paying $12.50 per hour or one that pays $25 per hour, which one would you take? That's not a trick question. You would clearly take the $25 an hour job because it pays more. So, imagine you work an 8-hour shift, an 8.5-hour shift with a 30-minute unpaid lunch, and 2 15-minute paid breaks. So you're getting paid for 8 hours of work at $25 an hour. How much would you make per day? You probably think $200 a day, and if you work 5 days a week, you figure you make $1,000 a week. Imagine your shock if you got paid weekly and you saw your check was only for $750 to $800. I started working at 13 years old, and I remember going to my dad and telling him my job was ripping me off because they were paying me less than my hourly wage, which was $5.35 an hour at the time. I added up my hours worked and the times it by $5.35, and it was under what I should be getting. Of course, most of you know it was taxes and withholdings subtracted before I got paid. You know this, but when someone asks you what you get paid, you say $25 an hour, which isn't accurate. You look for a job and you think you're getting paid $25 an hour, but really that's $20 an hour or less per hour that you would take home. They call this your take-home pay or net pay. This becomes a problem when applying for a car loan or a mortgage, as they ask you your gross pay, the amount that is paid before taxes and withholdings. You get out your pay stubs and you see you make $60,000 a year, and they qualify your ability to pay based on that amount. The problem is you only ever see $45,000, and most of us don't even think about that when getting a loan. We just hope they say yes so we can finance things we can't afford to buy. How about you need a new winter jacket? You walk in and see it costs $200. You think, oh, well, there goes one day's worth of salary. We do this all this time, never factoring in that we don't really make $25 an hour or $200 a day. If you did think of the real value of money, you might look at buying a cheaper jacket. So you see that $100 in your pocket obtained through a job is worth more than $100 to you, and it took approximately $133 worth of work to earn it. The next time you look at your money, ask yourself, did I work for this? If yes, then know it's worth way more than what you think it's worth. Okay, you're probably thinking I wasted your time watching this video. I'm just getting started. Not wasting your time, of course, but sharing the true value of money. Again, none of this will be things that you don't know, but it's things that you forget to think about. The rich understand the true value of money, and they think about it when they spend and earn their money. Now, the second thing you overlooked is similar to the first, but it's different. And the worst part is we usually make both these mistakes together, compounding our financial problems. Again, this is not earth-shattering or anything, but it's slowly making you poorer and contributing to your poor money decisions. Now, this doesn't apply to everyone in this world, but if you are in Canada or America, the two places that I live, then you are probably making this mistake. In this case, it's businesses who are tricking you. They are doing this to make it more likely you spend more money than you planned. And it works even better if you are paying not in cash, but putting it on credit card or debit card. You probably know what I'm talking about now. Have you ever noticed when you buy something and they tell you the price on the price tag? You look and it says $69.99, so you round up to $70. Then you add something else and it's $29.99, and you round up to $30. If you are paying cash and you aren't lucky enough to live in one of the few states with no sales tax, you know you can't afford this purchase if all you have is $100. If you live in some of the high sales tax states, you might pay 7% sales tax. So in our above example, not rounding up, you would need $106.97. So imagine you think this is just 4 hours worth of work to buy these two items. Really, it costs you $143 gross worth of work to pay for this purchase. You see how this adds up? Most people recklessly spend money not understanding its true value to them. Oh friend, unfortunately for us, it gets even worse. Forget double trouble, let's go for broke. Now let's say you have $100 cash, but not a penny more. Or for our friends in Canada, not a nickel more. No problem, you think. My credit card is almost maxed out, but I did pay a minimum payment a few days ago, so there should be $125 available credit. Swipe, it's approved. You're happy it went through. Now you walk out not thinking your credit card charges you close to 15 to 20% annually on the debt. Since you only pay your minimum payment and usually charge any available credit, you will pay an extra 20% on that purchase. You see how this adds up? You thought something cost $100, but now it actually cost you $172 worth of gross pay. If you thought like this, you would stop using your credit card and buying things that you don't need because it is much more expensive than you think. The worst part is that $100 is burning a hole in your pocket, and you go out and eat instead of going home to eat the food in your fridge. Now this shopping trip got a whole lot more expensive. Okay. Oh, and if you get $100 and it's a gift, it's only worth $100. Unless, of course, you plan on spending it in a state with sales tax or investing it. Until next time, before you spend your money on wants instead of needs, consider the real cost to you and the real value of money. Follow this channel where I share the secrets of money.